I'm sorry you were deeply invested in Wizard World as a child. I was deeply invested in the American Imperial War Machine as an adult, so much so that I killed for it and will spend the rest of my life trying to make amends. You're not a kid anymore. It's time to grow. What? Oh my goodness gracious. I wouldn't say these two are comparable whatsoever. My point was that I had a lot more invested in the Imperial War Machine than they did in Wizard Book, and asking them to do better shouldn't be impossible. Still weird to compare yourself joining the military industrial complex to Harry Potter fans, lol. Okay. You didn't change it at all, eh? War never changes. What do you mean? I killed people in Afghanistan so you can't play a game? Is a totally coherent point. Struggling to see the point in comparing service in the military to buying a mid-fantasy game. Literally not the point. Well, what is the point then? That I have a lot of investment / sunk cost in Harry Potter falls a little flat compared turning your back. Wait, what? I gotta restart this again. I'm trying to talk in a voice because I just picture this person sounds angry and that's like my angry voice, but I kind of just messed it up. Let me try again. That I have a lot of investment / sunk costs in Harry Potter falls a little flat compared turning. Okay, no, it's like missing a 2 or something. Falls a little flat compared to turning your back on an imperial project that indoctrinates from birth, promises healthcare, housing, and money. Maybe I was a little smarmy, but the point stands. You sound fun at parties. Quick side note, I'm not going to defend how the US government has treated a lot of its veterans, though. A lot of stuff really is messed up. There's a big reach to be had from I gave money to a TERF because I had nostalgia for a game, and I was indoctrinated at an early age to fight and kill for the Imperial War Machine. I feel like you're intentionally missing the point. No, your point's just like freaking crazy. What would you consider appropriate consequences for those who buy the game? There aren't any. I just know they're not trustworthy. A judgmental stare from a marginalized group isn't a consequence. If people are that torn up about it, it's because they already know they're wrong and selfish. I don't know about that. Speak for yourself, Alana. Because I made a video yesterday asking my trans viewers how they would feel if I used Hogwarts Legacy gameplay in some of my videos. It was easy to ask how they would feel about it, and the response resoundingly was that they don't care, or some even said they literally want to see me play the game. So at that point, I got 2 groups of trans people telling me completely different things. Now, one group has a lot of trans people like Alana, where the takes just seem really extreme, like trying to link playing this game to murdering people overseas. The second group of trans people is much more chill, nowhere near as extreme, and they generally seem to treat the people around them, including themselves, much better. So it doesn't make sense to listen to miserable extremists over kind and chill people. It's really that simple, at least in my humble opinion. Okay, now that said, at least Alana did give pushback to that other dude who was like, what would you consider appropriate consequences for those who buy the game? Maybe pushback's a little too far, but I mean, she did say there aren't any, so I'll give her credit for that at least. What were some of the other responses to this, I wonder? That they shut up, listen. Holy, sorry. I was thinking people were going to be like pushing back against the dude, not agreeing with him. So it took me for a surprise. Hold up. I'm actually more thoroughly amused that we're about to read one that's agreeing. Let's see what it says. That they shut up, listen, then make changes in their life that results in them being more aware and willing to sacrifice some of their selfishness too, at the very least, not deliberately hurt people they claim to care about. Conversely, we've got consequences. Ha. And back to some of the responses from the OP. We've got this one. You liked Harry Potter. I killed people. We both have a lot of growing up to do. This is obviously like sarcasm. You like Harry Potter? Well, I kill people. Bruh, what? Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Afghanistan. And growing up is having the self-awareness to realize how stupid it is to compare killing people to purchasing a video game. I'm the son of 2 veterans, and that stuff right there isn't comparable in any way. Secondly, where the heck is this energy when it comes to this stuff coming out every year? You're screaming and bullying streamers, and this stuff is going to make rallying far more bank. Let's go through some more of these. Making amends to everyone but the families and nations of the people you actually killed, I suspect. Ooh, man. Similar one right here, actually. Betting $5 you bought the game and play it in secret. Yeah, you like Harry Potter, but I killed innocent people, so, we're both bad. This is the most interesting case study in consumer activism I've seen in a while. In this person's mind, product consumption is analogous to murdering Iraqi children. Actually, insane comparison. This is the equivalent of, while everyone is partying, I learned the ways of the sword, but more unhinged. While you read your silly book, I commit war crimes for an oil and weapons company. This is not a good look. Okay, so to be clear, the reason your moral judgments should be listened to is your authority on the subject as a murderer struggling with your bloodthirst and its consequences. Enough about all that now. I'd like to share some of my general opinion on the game itself for those interested. They seem to have done a great job on Hogwarts Castle. It's freaking huge. I find myself traveling around the castle, just walking the hallways and stuff, and wondering if it's the largest castle in video game history. Or if not, like where it would compare to those that actually are. I also just generally love the scenery. Everything is so green and lush, and flying by the castle or by Hogsmeade really gives that wizard feel, so to speak. That does take me to a complaint too, though. The camera is too rigid. It's sad because I will like see beautiful scenery and try to turn the camera angle to appreciate it more, but then I can't. So unless I'm missing some like camera controls, which I don't think I am because I looked it up and didn't find any help, I think they should make the camera a bit better so we can fully enjoy the world they created. And did I mention that I love the scenery though? Like, I'm the sort of dude who will take 10 minutes just flying around Hogwarts Castle and then spend another 10 minutes in some random hamlet just walking around and chilling in some random person's house. Oh, and the professors are pretty entertaining too. I haven't decided on my favorite yet, but it might be the grandma lady. But I do have a soft spot for grandmas, so I can just be very biased. The Sebastian student dude is cool. He's like one of the friends you make. I still don't fully trust him, but he's looked out for my character multiple times, even more than my character has looked out for him to be real. So it does make me feel a little bad that I don't still fully trust him, but you know, I've been working on that. And by the way, at night in Hogwarts, in the castle, there are even some areas you can sneak around with using this invisibility spell thing. I don't know what I was about to say, invisibility spell thing. And sometimes you can find special loot only at night in places you have to sneak to. It's fun. I really do like being sneaky. The main town Hogsmeade is really well done. Sometimes I think it might have been nice to have it slightly bigger, but when I fly by it, it really does look like a nice size, especially compared to other video game towns. And one of the nicest things about Hogsmeade is flying by it, because the buildings have these really tall roofs that make such a nice aesthetic as you fly by on the broom. It's this sort of thing that warms your heart, kind of like a shot of Lagavulin. Of course, I also just like walking the streets in Hogsmeade like I do in some of the hamlets. Although I have to tell you guys, and this is very shameful, there's many buildings that I have ignored in Hogsmeade and have not even entered. They have all these cute signs on display and stuff, and I just walk right by them. My character should maybe spend a little more time, a little more effort, rather, taking the time from his day to check out more of the various shops in Hogsmeade. It's good to support local businesses, after all, especially when the store owners put so much heart into their work. The combat's pretty fun and addicting. It's the sort of thing where you sometimes even think to yourself, like, this combat's kind of basic and simple, but for some reason, even if it kind of is, it's still addicting and satisfying. I do wonder if there won't be enough spells in the game, but with only 4 slots to use at a time, I guess that would be fine, and people are speculating that they might add more in the future, like DLC or something anyways. And I haven't gotten too far in the main story yet, so I can't comment on that too much. Not that I would anyways, because I don't want to spoil people. But so far, I do enjoy it. I've just had a lot of fun messing around, though, as well. And the intro cutscene, by the way, is pretty crazy. I didn't expect that stuff. Now, I guess, like, regarding the map, I'm still kind of split on the map. Sometimes I think it's too small and kind of weird with how vertical it is. But then when I'm actually like doing things in the key locations, it seems like there's probably enough content that it'll work out. So still kind of making my opinion on that part, I guess. And of course, there's also Hogwarts Castle again, which plenty of time you can sink into just there alone. So yeah, I think that's about all I have to say on this one. I'm going to make some lunch. I'm starting to get hungry. Need some food. So yeah, thank you for your time. Thank you for tuning in. And let me know what you think in the comments. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great Saturday and a great rest of your weekend. I will catch you in the comments and in the next segment.